Hey there everyone, welcome back. We're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today's moment of Zen, little sunrise action, is brought to you by El Jardín Beach, very close to Galveston, Texas, because why not? All right, so we're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and we're going to do lesson 340 today. I can be free of suffering today. Well, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Here's our prayer. Father, I thank you for today and for the freedom I am certain it will bring. This day is holy, for today your Son will be redeemed. His suffering is done, for he will hear your voice directing him to find Christ's vision through forgiveness and be free forever from all suffering. Thanks for today, my Father. I was born into this world, but to achieve this day, and what it holds in joy and freedom for your holy Son, and for the world he made, which is released along with him today. Woo! That's kind of like a loaded prayer, right? It's talking about, I was born into this world, but to achieve this day. So like today is why we were born into this world. Let's go with it. And what it holds in joy and freedom for your holy Son, that's us, and for the world he made, this little place, this beautiful sunset that I made this morning, which is released along with him today. So I'm releasing all of this and my self, my little bitty self, today. So today's like a big day. Today can be like a total clean slate, fresh start, a reimagining of what you would like. I can be free of suffering today. It's a choice. These other lessons prior to this have been telling us about our choices. I can be free of suffering today. All right, here we go. Be glad today. Be glad. There is no room for anything but joy and thanks today. Our Father has redeemed his Son this day. Not one of us, but will be saved today. So that means all of us. It's so weird, that language sometimes. It's like, what? Not one who will remain in fear, and none the Father who will gather to himself awake in heaven in the heart of love. So be glad today, be glad. There is no room for anything but joy and thanks today. Okay, that's a good attitude adjustment. Let's see what a year of forgiveness has to say about lesson 340. And I gotta see the graphic here. Our happy, be glad. Yeah, I love it. All right. I can be free of suffering today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. Many of you will say, no, I cannot be free of suffering today. I have a mortgage I can't pay. I have children running around the house screaming. I have a partner I don't love anymore. My body's out of shape, and on and on and on. If you can change the way you view those things, change your stories, and instead say, yes, this is what is manifested right now from my past decisions, beliefs, and ideas, then in this moment you can decide to let it be what it is. You can choose today, in this very instant, to focus on the love that is present in all things. And I love that reminder that whatever is happening right now is a manifestation from the past, and it's okay. And if we want to shift and change, we have to draw in more of that love and peace and stillness. We have to choose what our frequency is moving forward. So what we're dealing with right now is something for us to accept and settle into in a way. And if we want to make changes moving forward, then we have to choose love more often, forgiveness, compassion, patience. Okay, this being, Tina, has penned a book called Love and a Map to the Unaltered Soul. And in that book, love is redefined for all of you because you are genuinely misled about what love is and what love looks like. The life that pulses through your body is love. It does not have to involve another person, place, thing, object, or experience. You are a demonstration of love because you are alive. You have been created. And just in that miracle alone, you should be grateful. Instead of lamenting your life in this moment, you can joyously appreciate it and be grateful that your children are running around the house. It means they're healthy. It means they're full of energy. Take them outside and go to the woods and say, come on kids, let's go. I'm going to leave whatever I'm doing. Let's get you some fresh air. That is love. That is life. And that is a decision you can make this very moment. When you have a mortgage and the payments are overwhelming you, you can say, these are all decisions that I made in the past based on what I believe to be true back then. But today I can say to myself, these things that I thought were so valuable and would make me happy do not make me happy. Is there a way I can see them with joy? Is there a way that I can see them reframe the story that I have about them? Is there a way that I can see them reframe the story I have about them? Okay, I just said that. Perhaps I could tell myself, you have chosen these things. You signed the papers for these things. Perhaps you now see that you are deluded. Perhaps you now see that you were seeking something in the purchase that you did not receive. Very interesting. But that is not the purchase's fault. That was based on an incorrect belief that you held and perhaps still hold in your mind. Okay, what I like about this is that it kind of like re-empowers us. We made decisions based upon something in the past, and now it's not exactly what we thought it would be, or we're realizing what we wanted didn't come, or whatever. And it's okay to notice that, to just canvas your mind and notice, do you feel disappointment about something that you used to think was going to bring you so much happiness? Well, that's okay. You know, we are being accountable for the decisions that we made, and we know that we can choose differently moving forward. And I think it's really important to get quiet and ask your guides and teachers, just ask the question, what else is out there for me? What is the lesson that I wanted to learn by making this decision, and now I have these feelings of regret or disappointment? And listen, I feel like we are not taking advantage of the presence of our guides and teachers a lot of the time, and we want to suffer alone. All right, today can be the day you decide, I'm going to get out of this situation. I'm going to plan my escape carefully and calmly. I'm not going to rush into doing anything drastic, but I'm going to see the truth that these things I have spent a lot of money on have not made me happy. Perhaps there is a change of direction I can make this very moment, this very day, by looking at what is causing me suffering, by my thoughts about it, and deciding, first of all, to change my thoughts about it, which means the suffering will end immediately. Also, you can say, this thing no longer pleases me, so I'm going to make plans to change this thing, this appearance of this thing in my life. It's all a mindset, dear ones. You can stop suffering today by accepting what is as a demonstration of the thought processes and beliefs that you have had, and that is forgiveness. Okay, that is a sentence I'm definitely going to underline. You can stop suffering today by accepting what is as a demonstration of the thought processes and beliefs that you have had, and that is forgiveness. So that the acceptance is your forgiveness practice. I think it's good to remind everyone of that, and to remind myself, because I still tend to think of forgiveness as like another person. Oh, I forgive this person, or I forgive myself. I don't often think of it in this sort of metaphorical way or symbolic way that the idea of accepting what is also my forgiveness practice. So keep that in mind. That means you are forgiving the errors that got you into this pickle that you think you're in. You will reap the rewards of the change of mindset immediately. You will immediately stop suffering as soon as you stop judging what's going on in your life. We often recommend 30 days of radical acceptance of your life so that you can actually see your life without resistance. Actually look at the situations you find yourselves in without hating them, and therefore not negating the lessons, because when you hate them, you resist them. You push them away. You are not saying, come to me, come close to me and show me what you need me to see. That is something all of you would benefit from. 30 days of radical acceptance of what your life is like right now. Looking at, saying, I'm seeing this. Is this what I want? It must have been what you wanted, because there it is, manifested in front of you. You must own your part in the manifestation of the suffering you are engaged in But the mental, wait, hold on. You must own your part in the manifestation of the suffering you are engaged in, but the mental side of it can be stopped immediately. Okay, so what that's telling us is it's that empowerment thing. You must own your part in the manifestation of the suffering you're engaged in. So it's a creation. Nobody wants to hear that, especially people who are upset, depressed, angry, whatever. It's a creation though. The mental side of it can be stopped immediately. Acceptance, radical acceptance. Know that you are the captain of your ship. You are the creator of everything you experience. In fact, you are only experiencing your consciousness. You think you are experiencing the world, but you are not. You're experiencing your talk about the world, your story about the world, your vision of the world, and your perception of the world. You are only ever experiencing yourself. So if you don't like the parts of your life that cause you suffering, go inside and shift the part of your consciousness that keeps choosing that thing. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you tomorrow. I can be free of suffering today. And we're being challenged to do 30 days of radical acceptance. Who's up for that? All right, I'll give you another good view here of this beautiful morning experience that I'm having. It's great to see all of you here on this channel. Hope you enjoy your lessons and get ready for that 30 days of radical acceptance. Maybe I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do after the first of the year, because I feel like there's some momentum building with the Course in Miracles teachings and just, spiritual reflections on life and like making this stuff practical. So I'm going to keep thinking about that, and I'll let you know what comes to me as we go on. But I love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you again tomorrow.